What makes an anime abstract? Every once in a while you will come across anime that will make no sense, having absolutely no clue what's going on, and yet it's just so damn good. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Fooly Cooly, Cowboy Bebop, and Odd Taxi showed a level of abstraction that can't be explained in just a simple video alone. If you were watching Wonder Egg Priority at 4 in the morning, your eyes were wide open, but your brain was shut off the entire time. It caters to the viewer's mysterious curiosity on why things are happening the way they are. And while the beginning of some of these anime make you go, huh? But by the time the anime wraps itself up with this magnificent grand conclusion, it makes you have a different feeling. Huh? I might not be making much sense here, but a long time ago, a group of Japanese people piled themselves into a room and smoked some of that forbidden fungi, until one person in the room said in a very calm voice,
"Now listen to me, Gabriel. These are going to be really fun because some go on pizzas. Yeah, okay. And then some will make you see things. Okay. And some, Gabriel, some just kill you. You doing okay, pal?"
And then BAM! Sabikui Bisco, ladies and gentlemen. Sabikui Bisco is an anime that entices the viewer with a promise that it will deliver a proper immersive story. Sabikui Bisco is a drug compressed into a 21-minute episode. Just taking a quick peek of this makes you not want to look away. Explosion after explosion, from woman kicking to kicking woman. The best way to describe Sabikui Bisco is that if this came out in like 2012, this show would kick so much anime booty. As mentioned previously, it captures a certain kind of chaos while at the same time keeping you entertained while slowly feeding you that juicy story. But while we wait for that, in the meantime, I'm not sure what's really going on, but I like it. What surprises me is the fact that this was an adaptation of a light novel. You see this? These are called words. All of this was created with words. When your source material is so limited, Studio NOZ did more than enough to provide a proper adaptation. Even with just a handful amount of images that were given, just look at this artwork. Jesus Christ, man, this looks like if the chaoticness of Mad Max and the atmosphere of Cyberpunk had a love child. Until you guys do YouTube, there will come a time when you publish that first ever video and you're telling to yourself, this was the best video I have ever graced the platform with. Surely nothing can top. With this being Studio NOZ's first released anime, they flex on us harder than they should have. And while it's not the best animation to grace our computer screens, you have to give where credit is due. It certainly holds its own. But a normie, you better stop watching this because this anime is for stupid people with an IQ below 70. Little did you know, Mr. Mal Review, I have an IQ of 71.
Boy, cookies and milk!
I've already added all the dry ingredients into the bowl, and then we're gonna...
Out of the 3 big anime currently airing this season, Sabikui Bisco was the only anime that actually piqued my interest, for, you know, reasons. The story starts off on a normal day in the city of Tokyo. Hello? I'm making a video, what's up? What? They saw my history. Did they see the hentai? Oh no. How many people? The entire city of Tokyo? The story starts off in the wastelands of Tokyo, throwing you into a disillusioned utopia after a certain incident almost wiped them clean off the map. This is where we meet our first protagonist, Milo, who lives in the city. Milo is one of our main characters that is known to be a nice guy, but not really. You see, in this world, after the apocalyptic incident, a new disease emerged to where if you came in contact with it, you begin to rust. That's right, not even spraying some WD-40 won't cure this bad boy. That being said, it's been told that the disease is caused by mushrooms, small or not small. Milo is a doctor in the streets, buys weird meat, and loves to beat mushrooms. That's right, he buys illegal mushrooms in hopes that he can create some sort of magical potion to heal his rusty, busty sister. However, you can't have a proper apocalypse if you don't have a couple of vigilantes sprinkled in there. Something or someone is stirring chaos outside the city. Is he a villain feared by all or a bona fide savior of the world? This is Bisco. Bisco is a simple man because he only likes one thing. Bisco is known to be a nice guy, but not really. He's a dangerous vigilante who has a $800,000 yen bounty to his head, which is about $7,000 US. I mean, this man is a literal criminal. Dude can level entire buildings, essentially killing thousands of people in the process, and yet his bounty is worth as much as a Nissan Sentra. You see, Bisco has a really special talent, the ability to shoot arrows that grow mushrooms that are bigger than my own future. And of course, these idiots think that the mushrooms cause the rust, so they're like,
the police. Put your hands up.
Come down, Civic Hospitality, or come out my house, and I'll break your fucking legs, you little prick! Now!
But you might be wondering what the point is spreading these mushrooms. Does he hate humans? Was he missing the toy from his Happy Meal? You know, what's the big deal? Long story short, this guy produces mushrooms to suck all the rust out of the air, effectively slowing down the spread of the disease. But since these Fortnite-loving Mongoloids can't take a hint, they want him to pack up, toss the apron, and dip. His response?
You think I'm a little dick of a 30-year-old man? Oh, fuck you.
When Bisco finally meets Milo and a couple of cultured fights later, both of them leave the battle-crazed city behind in search for the mythical Rust Eater that can potentially eliminate the country's rust problem for good. When you watch Sabikui Bisco, it makes the unimaginable feel real. The character design is so simple in order to make the fight scenes look fluid and sharp. The fight scenes themselves are so wacky to the point where it becomes its own defining theme. There's this one time when Bisco gets absolutely blasted by a rusty busty female. Will he A, land on the floor, B, collide to a building, or C,
nice cock?
This is a 7 out of 10 anime. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that this deserves better praise. However, I view anime like this through a different perspective. While this is forever placed in the 7 out of 10 category by the My Anime List Dark Council, what I see in this show is a story that can potentially be better with more time. When studios first come out, their first anime ends up looking something along the lines of this or this. Studio NOZ did more than enough when it came to their first attempt, and they were more caring when it came to proper storytelling than critical. Sabikui Bisco has taught me that sometimes simplicity is the best route when it comes to story and world building, especially since this is a light novel, you know? They took the time to creatively flesh out a not terrible but surprisingly good anime adaptation. I will never look at Mushroom Pizza the same after watching this anime, but in my book so far, Sabikui Bisco could pan out to be a contender for best underrated anime of the year. But in the meantime, I'm not sure what's going on, but I like it.